Hello, Scorpio and Scorpionic energy. Welcome to your December reading. I recorded and aired the Ophiuchus reading as an all signs guidance for you in advance because it will help put things into perspective for you as I navigate your energy for this month. With that said, take readings how they resonate for you and don't force anything to fit. I always recommend noting the house each sign rules for you in your birth chart so you better understand how it affects that particular area of your life, regardless of how I give the reading. As an example, I may use romance examples, but if it's your 10th house ruler, it may pertain more to your career or authority figures in your life. Okay? Scorpio, let's get into your cards. The overall energies with the tops and bottoms of the decks. The overall energy talks about being on a lower vibrational frequency than the person you want to connect to, and Christ consciousness through Sophia being the way to overcome it, with Sophia on the Temperance card and Yaldabaoth on the Strength card. These two have a specific history. Yaldabaoth was created when Sophia, the emanation of wisdom, decided to manifest without her divine counterpart to help discover and understand what God, the Most High, was. The result created the veil. And on one side was Sophia, and the other was Yaldabaoth. Yaldabaoth couldn't see the emanations and assumed he was the highest God there was. He was narcissistic and ruled with fear and supreme control over humanity, a bad case of superiority complex. Sophia never intended to hurt Yaldabaoth or to abandon him, but she was on a higher vibrational frequency and has been working with Christ and Christ consciousness ever since to help raise the vibrational frequency beyond the veil. Yaldabaoth deals with a severe mother wound and an abandonment wound that keeps him stuck in the lower densities. You may feel like you can't reach out to a certain person because their energy triggers a fear of rejection or not being worthy enough. You may also feel that you are being shielded from others who would greatly appreciate and be able to utilize your higher level of consciousness if you could just reach them and show them the way. The mask denotes you buying into the false or lower self, wearing labels as truth, and hiding what's beneath the surface, the mystery. Are you a friend or foe to yourself? The dawn is highly optimistic, though, and it signifies a new dawn and a new day, a new opportunity to shine, being free of the dark night and entering into a glow up phase. Paired with the Knight of Swords and the Empress, communication may happen rather suddenly or on a whim, and it's because you know what it is and your highest good that you want to receive. Finally, as we get into the rest of the spread, the theme cards show the lowest form of the Lover's card, where rejection and projection rule in a very toxic dynamic with the self and others. With the Druid as the Hierophant card, this may concern your dynamic with someone who felt very natural to love, and maybe it was mutual at the time, but neither of you were healed and probably hurt each other whenever you tried to elevate your relationship to the next level. And it probably didn't end up resulting in marriage, right? Two wounded people whose wounds played into the other and caused a lot of pain for both parties. You've learned a lot since then, have grown a lot since then. But the fears of repeating or reopening those wounds may be holding you back in the present. You are afraid of turning into your lowest or worst version of self all over again if you open up to a new dynamic. You're afraid they will turn into their worst version and hurt you just like this past person did. The time machine reminds you to live in the present and not let the past dictate your choices. Believe the future will manifest itself in the highest good. Trust in your growth, and the highest good, according to your growth, will manifest. The Justice card, with the Two of Wands reversed, lets you know that feeling stuck is fair and just this month, so long as you insist on not making any moves. If you won't at least picture yourself or your world any differently, it won't change. The moon with the Nine of Cups mid-month, however, shows that secretly you are wishing for something beyond the veil. You may have a hard time admitting it to yourself, but the reality is that beneath the surface, beyond the mask, that you are happy with life the way it is. Something you want very intimately is missing. The Nine of Pentacles comes out sideways with the Queen of Wands. You're conflicted over whether or not you want to be single. Or if this is work related, because we have all different kinds of partnerships, you might be considering, just working for yourself as opposed to having a boss or something like that. And you might be just fine on your own. But the Six of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles is letting me know that what you really want is a deep soul connection to share a solid foundation with. You are your best self when you are nurturing another who appreciates all you have to offer. And they are their best selves reciprocating. Giving to them inspires them to give back. It's an I water you, you water me dynamic. And some of you, you may already know exactly who I'm talking about. And they are likely the person on a different or higher vibrational frequency than you because of your own abandonment wounds and the need to control in order to feel safe. You may really need to forgive your mother this month in order to help you get over this separation from whoever it is you really want to manifest in your life. Forgive her for making you feel less than worthy of her love, for failing to love herself out of her own abandonment wounds and fears of never being good enough or worthy of love. December, for you, Scorp, is about knowing not only that you deserve the love or connection you're secretly wishing for in your mind, but that you can have it and that they would be genuinely happy and excited to hear from you or meet you. If you don't know who I'm referring to in particular, then overcoming these wounds may draw them in a lot faster than you think. They've been waiting for your energy to rise high enough to meet them their whole life, just like you have. By the end of December, Scorpio, you just might align with your true match. Sophia always loved Yaldabaoth. He was never truly alone. He just didn't realize it. And now might be that time that you realize exactly that. With your ruling planet being Pluto and Mars, this may be especially significant if Jupiter, the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Neptune, or the Moon are aspecting your natal Pluto or Mars exact this month. Or if your natal Neptune, Jupiter, Sun, Venus, Mercury, or Moon are aspecting exact with the current Pluto or Mars or the rest of those planets as they move through their transits in some way. You may also have other significant placements, especially your big three, Sun, Moon, Rising, in the signs of Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini, Pisces, Taurus, or Libra, in addition to your scorpionic energy. Or have Jupiter, the Sun, Venus, Mercury, Neptune, or the Moon in Scorpio, or in one of those signs. This may be even more significant if you were born during a solar eclipse or have significant alignments on the Gemini Sagittarius axis or the Taurus Scorpio axis. Scorpio, I do hope this message helped, especially in regard to the house that Scorpio rules for you. Much love to you always. Stay blessed, and always remember you are the agent of the greatest transformations, the depth in the heart of the soul, and the phoenix that comes back stronger than it ever was before. Cheers, Scorpio. Have a wonderful holiday season this month. Until we next meet, take care.